How's it going, NTA? My name's Justin Matchett. I'm running to be your next NTA president, and now that it's election time, I wanted to reach out one more time to gather as much support as I can heading into the election. So, Nunavut's an important place to me. I met my wife here, and I've been raising my family here. We actually got married on Nunavut Day back in 2016, so Nunavut's always going to hold a special place for me. A lot of this election campaign season, people have talked about their experience, so I wanted to go through quickly a little bit about mine and why I think it's valuable. I've taught at every level in Nunavut. I've been here for 11 years. I was a teacher in the Kitikmeot region in Kugluktuk for 6 years, and there I taught at elementary, junior high, and high school. And I've been here in the Kavalik region teaching in Baker Lake for 5 years, where I taught at the high school and at the elementary, and now I'm currently the vice principal of the elementary school. When it comes to NTA experience, I have a decade's worth. I've been a communications liaison, a PD liaison. I've co-chaired 2 regional conferences, one in Cambridge Bay and one in Rankin Inlet. I'm also currently the Kavalik North vice president, and I'm also sitting on the current NTA collective agreement team. So I do have some valuable insight into the NTA, how it operates, and I'm comfortable with all the bylaws and policies, and I think that knowledge would really help me out as your next NTA president. Quickly, I'm going to talk about some goals. I'll get more in depth in an email, and I encourage you to read it. But for me, a big goal of mine is to improve the communication of the NTA. While reaching out, a lot of the members have really discussed with me how they don't feel like they're communicated to and how they're in the dark. I've noticed this myself over the last 10 years, how communication has dropped off a bit, and I've heard it amongst my own staff. But during the campaign season, I've really heard this from a lot of members out there, how they wish there was better and stronger communication. It's gotten to the point where a lot of our members don't have faith in the NTA. As someone who's been with the NTA in various positions for the last 10 years, that's frustrating to hear. I know a lot of great work that the NTA does. I'm proud to be part of the association. I'm proud of the work that I've done in small roles. And honestly, if John Fanjoy was running for re-election, I wouldn't be putting my name forward. But I do think every organization needs improvement, and this is a big one. And I felt this for a while. So I think that coming in from smaller communities, outside perspective is going to be key here. And I come in with that, and I can help members feel strengthened, feel communicated to, and that's the number one priority of mine. Another goal I want to look at is curriculum. I think Nunavut needs more Nunavut-focused curriculum. I think our membership needs to have faith in the NTA and be represented by all the regions. What's happening right now is I see a lot of acclaimed positions across the territory, and that's something that shouldn't be happening. We have a strong association, and it needs to be represented that way. A lot of these positions shouldn't be walked into. My position right now, Kavalik North Vice President, I walked into it. Nobody ran for it, so I put my name forward. I think we need to have healthy competition, and that's only going to happen when our membership has faith in the NTA again. One thing I want to look at is culture. I think we need more culture orientation as staff members. I think it's an important thing, and it's something that's lacking. A lot of our new teachers are finding themselves wondering and afraid to ask things because they're not understanding. And why aren't we having a bit of a culture orientation at the beginning of the school year? I've lived in 2 communities where KSOs are located in the community, and I know that they take culture days with their staff. They feel it's important. So why isn't that relayed to us when a lot of our staff would really enjoy and learn a lot from a culture day? One thing I want to look at is some NTA orientation. Our members are uninformed. I think at the beginning of every year we should have time allocated for an NTA presentation. And I think that has to come from the NTA office. I think a presentation has to be built by the office and put out there for the communication liaisons or the PD reps to present to the staff at the beginning of every school year. A lot of our members are unaware of who their NTA staff is. So I think that's a vital thing that needs to change, and it needs to be included in our orientation. One thing I want to look at is I want to explore pathways to graduation other than diploma. I think a certificate pathway in Nunavut is important. I think it needs to be looked at and studied, and I think it could really benefit a lot of our students and decrease the dropout rates. Right now we have an awful time getting students to graduate, getting them through grade 12, and I think a lot of students need a different avenue besides just the traditional diploma route that we're going right now. There's lots out there, lots of information put out by all 4 candidates. I think you have a difficult decision ahead of you, but that's a good thing. Okay, all the candidates are strong. They're going to bring something different to the table, but I do think I'm the right choice. I bring an outside perspective. I can be a voice for all of Nunavut, and I think that's a goal of mine, is really to reach out and see the needs of each individual community. I think some communities need more help than others. That's a fact, and the NTA has to do a better job reaching out and communicating with those communities. I want to be that guy. I want to thank all the candidates for putting their name forward. Joey, Matt, and Scott, good luck to all of you. And I think you have a difficult decision, but I want you all to please take some responsibility and do your own research. I've sat through enough elections at my own schools where people just say, who should I vote for? Who are you voting for? And they don't read the information or look up anything about the candidates because they don't know. So hopefully now you have a face to go with my name. Please reach out to me. My contact information is going to be in the email. And if you have any questions at all before you vote tomorrow, I'll make myself available. Good luck. Good luck to the candidates. And have a great day.